Gotcha. Hey guys, welcome back. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Woo! Looks cool. Hey guys, welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's been too long since I, last uploaded a video. So, you know what? In this video, I am going to show you guys what a real reality of being an entrepreneur, of being a content creator, staying at home. It looks very fancy on the internet, especially when you're doing this kind of stuff. You're speaking on a stage, you're meeting people and stuff like that. But reality is reality. You still gotta have time to spend with yourself at home, doing your stuff. Cooking, for example, we have chicken breast here. Basically, today I just want to let you have a picture of the boring side of being an entrepreneur and a stay-at-home content creator. A lot of people dream to be a content creator, don't they? So a lot of people, they dream to be a content creator, living the influencer lifestyle. The thing is this: not every content creator can succeed, and a lot of people, they don't figure out how to. And for some content creators who got some followers but still staying at home, one of the problems that a lot of these people face is so-called loneliness, or so-called, not being understood by people. People say, what you're doing, you're not, even working, you're not going for a 9-to-5 job, you're not working, you're just, spending time at home, editing videos like that. I used to think like that as well. And I was like, now that's kind of like the lifestyle that I'm living. The funny thing about it is, it's cool when you're going out networking with people. It's cool when you're going out making friends. It's cool you are speaking on a stage, showcasing your competencies. It's cool. But when you're at home, sometimes you feel a little bit, lonely. It's inevitable. But the thing is how you respond to it. We just kind of prepare some chicken breast. I cooked some rice. It's over here. Cook some rice. Let's prepare some marinated chicken breast. Protein. I was thinking to use this, but I feel like it's way smaller. Let's use the big one. I'm not an expert in cooking, but I learned a few from my mom when I was 17 years old. I kind of want to share with you I feel like I'm not cooking now. I'm just like pretending to be cooking. I kind of want to share with you the story of me being broke exactly a year ago. And that was when I broke my PCL. Yeah, that was when I broke my PCL. And then eventually having, about 600,000 followers across all platforms, and getting brand deals, making US dollars. That sounds fancy as a Malaysian, and being able to invited to interviews, forums, podcasts, stages to share my experiences and stuff like that. And all I can tell you is, it is not always like that. It's not always like that. A lot of people have this false perception of overnight success, but the thing is this: it is not like that. All these, just open it. All these sleepless nights, all these, confusion, frustration when you're trying to do something, but at the end, it just don't happen. And that haunted me for so long. It was personally my, my journey when it comes to this. Exactly a year ago, I was at my lowest point of my life. I hate to say this, but I was a smoker. I really was. I was very lost, not being able to find a way out, stuck in a company, working full-time, but not getting paid enough. But in the back of my mind, I've always known that I love to share stories. I love to share experiences. I love to speak. I love to talk to people. I love to share my whatever that I have. I love to share, and I love to do it through content. But the thing is this: because I have personally started content creation, actually editing, posting YouTube videos, when I was 18 years old in my uni. It went okay though. A lot of people saw my content, got a few thousand subscribers back then, when Instagram wasn't really popular, but everyone was on YouTube. There was a time when I found a little bit of success. But the thing is I didn't know how to scale this. I didn't know how to, consistently make money out of it. And I was like, I just quit. Especially when you're young, right? You didn't know how to make conscious decision. A lot of people just quit doing the thing and thinking that, it can't work. But the difference between beginners and seasoned entrepreneurs is entrepreneurs always try to find a way out. And entrepreneurs know that there's always a way out. There's always solutions to problems. In Chinese, we say, 辦法總係比問題多㗎嘛，係嘛? So I didn't have that mindset when it comes to, creating content back then and when I was 17 years old. So I quit and eventually gone through a lot of things, which I will share with you, I think, in the next few videos. But let's talk about, the journey of me becoming a content creator online. People call it influencer, but I don't see myself as an influencer just yet because I don't feel like I have the, strong impact, the strong influence when it comes to, influencing people's mind, influencing people's decision. Maybe a small one, yes, but I don't think I'm at that stage where I can completely transform a person from point A to point C. Probably I can bring a person from point A to point B because I have myself gone through point A and how to go to point B. So the story begins when I was exactly a year plus ago, in April, when I gone through one of my biggest injuries in life playing football. Is when I broke my PCL. So imagine you broke, you know ACL, right? A lot of people know ACL. But mine is PCL. Basically, it means behind your knee, right? So when you broke your PCL is one of the hardest to break, and yet I broke it. And that to me is a sign. It was a sign for me to make a change, to quit my previous company and start doing things that I really am passionate about, which is content creation and storytelling and speaking. So I was like, I didn't expect whatever that's happened until now, but all these are considered bonus to me. So when I broke my PCL, I was forced to quit my job for good. Went back to my hometown in Kuala Kangsar, Perak, and stay at home for 6 weeks. So when that happened, I was like, constantly having self-talk to myself. Where do I go from there? Where do I go from here? What should I do? Right? I have no idea what I should do at that time. I was like, 6 weeks will pass regardless of what you do. Why not do something? And I was very scared. I was scared like hell. I didn't know what to do except for, wanting to make some videos. But I was very traumatized because I experienced the inconsistency and the burnout as a YouTuber back then. Actually, just having 3,000 subscribers, right? Creating YouTube videos. I felt the burnout, so I was like, I don't want to do that. Then eventually I realized that, my friend William has a bunch of followers. And he got all the followers through short form content. Shorts, reels, TikTok videos. And I was like, I can try that. But I was actually very scared. And then I realized, I remember a quote from, I don't know who, but I remember a quote. When it's super scary to jump, it's when you should jump. And that's when I jumped. And right before I made the decision, I was in front of a bus stop. People call it bus station or bus stop. Basically it's a place where you wait for a bus to come and pick you up. That was exactly in front of my high school back then. I was sitting there, just sitting there. I wasn't waiting for a bus. I was just sitting there. I was, thinking. And I was looking at people walking by, passing by. I was like, is this the kind of life that I really want to live? Mediocre? How long do you want to be feared? And how long do you want to feel how long does it take for you to actually take an action and take actions and move forward and you know, really doing something that you won't regret doing in life? That's one of the questions that I asked myself back then when I was in the bus stop. And I was like, you know what, Brian, fuck it. Regardless of how feared you feel right now, if you feel like it's time for you to take action, you should take it. And that was exactly my thought back then. I was like, fuck it, I'll just do it. And the first video that went viral on Instagram and TikTok was the video of me sharing my experiences of making 100,000 from my bedroom, selling random stuff. And that video went viral. I was like, wow, that was a moment that I realized that there's a hidden power on the social media. There's a hidden power on this, you know, platforms that, considering that you're living, imagine you're living in, you know, you're living in 300 years ago. You don't get the chance, even though you have stories to share with people, even though you have experiences, advices to share with people, you don't freaking get the chance to do so just because there's no technology supporting it. And we're living in an era where we are so fortunate to be able to not just witness what's happening, but be able to also leverage on what's happening right now, you know? We're super lucky, and I was like, you're lucky as fuck, man. Why don't you do something and, you know, and get some return out of it? That was my thought. I was like, say no more. In Chinese, we say 跑马, right? 跑马. So what we do is 跑马 gone. No more hesitation, no more delay, no more postponing of your ideas. If you feel like you want to do something, just go and do something. And I feel like that's one of the biggest rewards for me over the past year. I couldn't say that I got the best results, but for me to grow a nearly dead Instagram account of mine from 4,000 something followers to over 500,000 followers, close to 600,000 followers at this time, I definitely know something that a lot of people don't know, respectfully. And it's not because I just know it, it's because I spend time, I invest my time into, you know, understanding more about the game and understanding how social media works and understanding how, you know, human psychology works when it comes to watching videos, watching content. And that to me, besides the, you know, the monetary return of all these things, that to me was one of the best rewards that I can have, is to truly put your focus into one thing and actually making it work, even though you feel like you're not gonna make it work. And my biggest growth was, I think I grew my followers. I grew 200,000 followers, I think, in a month. And that to me was like super magical. But at the same time, I do give myself credit, you know, because back then I didn't really give myself credit. I always have this thing called imposter syndrome where I don't want to give credit to myself. I feel like there's so many more people out there who's better than me. I just kind of, you know, downplaying myself mentally. And I was very incompetent. I was very unconfident as well. And because of this little thing that happened to me, broke my PCL, everything changed. And my mom was like, you became a different person when it comes to thinking, and you became a different person. I was like, Mom, thank you for saying that. I'm very, very happy that you say that. I am very, very happy to be able to make you proud, Mom. That was my thinking. So being a content creator can, you know, look fancy, look good on the outside, but honestly, you still gotta cook your own dish. Chicken breast. And it's not a very expensive chicken breast. Chicken breast, you know how much it costs, right? So we're eating chicken breast, we're trying to make ourselves a little bit more healthy to be able to enjoy this life a little longer. At the same time, have a healthy body so that we can, you know, take whatever we can be capable to overcome a lot of different challenges and also increase the experience of living. Because truth to be told, we're living in this body. Well, people say we have a soul. I kind of believe that we have a soul, but we're living in this body, right? So if you don't take care of your body, you can't experience everything at the top. So for example, you go to a beach, it's a very good beach, you want to run. Beach, you want to run. You wanna lie down. You wanna lay down. You wanna do things on the beach. You wanna play beach volleyball. Just imagine your body isn't capable of doing shit. You can't. You're just sitting on a wheelchair, looking at people, watching people play and enjoy their life, and you're like, oh my god, I shouldn't have done this, right? So that's the last thing that I want. So try to take care of yourself a little bit, especially when the discipline is really important. Because many people who are working, they have an obligation to go to work, and they have, things to do. Versus when you are an entrepreneur, you are trying to start a business. You are a content creator. That's when I, talked to a bunch of my content creator friends. They all told me the same thing: is the hardest thing of being an entrepreneur is not making money. That's the second hardest. The hardest thing of being an entrepreneur is to be able to discipline when you don't feel like it. Is to be able to do things when you don't feel like it. It's the discipline that you have to set yourself when nobody is, taking care of you. Nobody is actually making you accountable, holding you accountable. And you have to do it yourself. Because you control your time. You feel like you have more time, but you waste more time. It was one of the things that I experienced, throughout the journey, was I wasted more time than I did when I was at work last time. When I was at work last time, I got no choice. When I gotta do this, I gotta do this. But now I own my time. I own a space, right? I can do whatever shit I want. So, end up, I ain't doing any shit. Rice is cooked. Well, that's basically, the raw reality of being a work-from-home entrepreneur and also a content creator. It's not as fancy as you think, but it can be. That's it. I'm gonna close this video and call it a day. I'll see you in the next one.